You know, people have different issues, right? So it can be anything from people's opinions on foreign affairs to, you know, local issues. They're all over the map. I guess at the end of the day, if we don't have a healthy democracy and a sound economy, very few people will get what they want at a very basic level. So the middle class in not only our community but across the country is hurting. I mean, they haven't had a decent raise in 30 years. And everything from the cost of, you know, fuel to, you know, putting your kids through school to housing, it's just, there is just very, very difficult for them to keep up. So, and given the collective numbers of the middle class, it only makes sense that the government, the federal government, spend resources there to help stimulate the middle class to make ends meet. So whether that be a tax break, which the Liberal government's planning to do for the middle class, or support for families with children that actually is meaningful and tax-free and predictable and easy to deal with. I mean, those are the types of things that are going to get people back on their feet and help them just make it month to month. And there's lots of people out there that are just worried about those very, very simple things. Well, I mean, there's a couple plans out there right now. The Conservatives, in fact, people right now are getting checks in the mail. In fact, I was out knocking down doors the other night and people just got these checks. The big thing to remember about the checks that they're currently getting is they're taxable, right? So although that money seems as a bit of a relief today, come, you know, March, April next year, they're going to get a significant portion of that clawed back on their taxes. And that's not necessarily very clear to a lot of folks. So in the end, it can actually be hurtful because this money has been spent up front with no anticipation that some of it will be clawed back. So with the Liberal plan, it's more generous in terms of the money. There's actually more money given out. It's tax-free, and it's simpler. It's one check instead of a combination of a couple of things that you have to, you know, mull together and then hit your accountant with at the end of the year to figure out what's taxable, what's not. So it's pretty hard to argue with more, simple, and tax-free.